Welcome to Belfast. Tonight is BEL CLASSICO, the Belfast Derby. That's Glentoran versus Linfield, the biggest game in Northern Irish domestic football. I've actually seen Glentoran before. Go and check that video out if you're interested. While you're there, subscribe to the channel and also drop a like on this video. I'm only here for 24 hours today, so it's an in and out job. The plan, as always, a very simple one. Today, we're going to check out the city. Tonight, we're going to head to the match. Let's get going. We are starting off at the Oval, the iconic home of Glentoran FC. Founded in 1882, Glentoran Football Club has long been a cornerstone of East Belfast. With 20 league titles and 23 Irish Cups to their name, the club has carved out a proud legacy in their iconic red, green and black colours. The cockerel on the club's crest is believed to trace back to Victor Coates, one of the club's founders who reportedly had a signet ring featuring a cockerel. In 1914 they won the Vienna Cup, becoming the first UK team to lift a European trophy, decades before UEFA competitions even existed. The Oval has been Glentoran's spiritual home since 1892, although during World War II it was nearly obliterated. In 1941 German bombers targeted Belfast shipyards and the stadium was caught in the crossfire. Both grandstands were destroyed and the pitch was cratered. But the Oval was rebuilt and still stands today. It's now a pilgrimage for football ground hoppers from around the world. Tonight the stadium hosts the biggest game in Northern Irish football, Glentoran versus Linfield. It's the Big Two in BEL CLASSICO, the Belfast Derby. The rivalry dates back to 1887 and has seen over 650 competitive meetings. The Boxing Day Derby is the crown jewel of the Northern Irish football season, drawing the biggest crowds and igniting the fiercest passions. It might only be September at the moment, but I'm expecting something similar tonight and I'm really looking forward to this one. I've just been walking around the ground. It's all shut up at the moment, getting ready for tonight, I guess, but caught a few glimpses of what to expect tonight through the little gaps that I can see. This is a real highlight for me. I've wanted to come here for years really, so tonight is going to be pretty amazing to get inside and see what it is like. That big bank terrace over here, which I'm in tonight, the two iconic main stands. The ground is in the shadow of the Harland and Wolff cranes, massive cranes over there, and the docks, and it's in those docks where the Titanic was built. And given that we're here for the whole day and we like to see a bit of the city, I'm thinking that is a pretty good place to spend some time today. Just come out of the Titanic experience. That was absolutely brilliant. I think I was in there for about 2 hours, but it flew by. There's even a ride that you can go on, which is really cool. And then you progress along like the journey of the Titanic, it being built, it's setting sail, and ultimately it sinking. Crazy to think that that ship sank over 100 years ago and there's still people around the world absolutely fascinated about it and coming here to visit. I'm sure if you're coming to Belfast, you'll almost certainly find yourself in there. Plan of action next is to go and find some food, I think. I've come to Common Market for some food. I love places like this, converted old buildings. Presumably this one used to be a market, full of loads of food outlets. We've got burgers, curry, wings, Mexican, pizza, hot dogs, pies, Greek food. I've gone for the wings, buffalo and blue cheese, so let's go and pick those up. Look at these, absolutely amazing. That buffalo sauce, so tangy. Blue cheese sauce, absolutely spot on. This has really hit the spot, and this is a really cool place. Would absolutely recommend popping your head in here if you're in Belfast. Right, I think that covers the daytime activities for today, so let me run through how much this trip cost me. Return flights from Manchester to Belfast were £34. That is insane value, so cheap. I've rented a car for the day to get around, and that cost me £26. I am in and out of Belfast in a day, so the accommodation costs for me are zero. If you are staying here, that is going to probably double the cost of your trip because hotels are pricey. The Titanic Museum was £25. That might seem a bit steep for a museum, but believe me, it was well and truly worth it. These amazing wings cost me £10. 10 wings for £10 seems fair enough. And lastly, the match ticket was £15. Really good value for the biggest game in Northern Irish football. All of which comes to a grand total of £110. Really good value. Obviously, if you're staying, it's going to cost you quite a bit more than that. Plan of action now is I'm going to finish off the rest of these wings, have a beer, and then we'll head to the match. Inside the stadium, it looks like I'm not, it looks like I'm just stood in a field, but I'm actually on the grass bank behind one of the goals. The terrace is below me. I've got a covered stand to my right, and then opposite me is another side that's similar to this, but without the grass bank at the back of it, and that's where the Linfield fans are. They've got about half of that. To my left is the main grandstand. Looks like most of the singing section of the Glentoran fans are up there in the corner, and then I'm on this end behind the goal. Starting to get a bit noisy now, teams are due out soon. Looks like the Glentoran fans up at the top of the main stand have had a tifo, and there's a bit of pyro up there as well. There was a warning about that before the match. All set for kickoff. Let's go. Glentoran really under pressure here. Linfield have had 4 or 5 good chances, and Glentoran haven't even had a shot on goal yet. It was just a brief stop in play because one of the Glentoran players absolutely scythed down the Linfield winger as they broke on goal. One of the worst tackles I've seen in a while. Just a yellow card. Penalty to Glentoran. Some infringement in the box. I didn't quite see it. Can't believe it. Linfield were all over them. Let's see if Glentoran can back this pen. Nice and calm, send the keeper the wrong way. 1-0, completely against the run of play. Half-time, Glentoran 1, Linfield 0. That scoreline does not reflect this match, in my opinion. Linfield have been the better team. They've had plenty of chances, just not been able to take any of them. Glentoran scored with their only shot on target from that penalty. Glentoran fans up in the main stand have been making loads of noise. They've been generating a really good atmosphere. It's a weird stadium because both of the ends are open. I think the noise kind of escapes a bit. The Linfield fans have been pretty quiet, but maybe that's because they've had nothing to shout about so far. Penalty to Linfield, foul started outside the box, I think. Player pulling on his shirt in the corner, probably continued into the corner of the box. Penalty, could be 1-1. Linfield fans over there went absolutely berserk. This place is livened up. Full time in the Big 2 Belfast Derby finishes. Glentoran 1, Linfield 1. I really enjoyed this one. The game was great, especially the second half. Both teams could have won it in the last minute, basically. The last action was a shot on goal from Glentoran, and then a referee blew up. But more than just that, it's just how unique this experience is. I think that this derby played at this stadium genuinely is up there on the bucket list of derbies to do. Brilliant place to watch football. So unique and an absolute must do. That's it for now. Take care. See you on the next one.